Alex, based on your experience, do you think public companies are falling behind, and why do you think that?
Yes, actually, I do think that many public companies are probably falling behind based on my experience. Now, again, I'm basing it on the oil and gas market, which has been depressed, and companies haven't necessarily done, a compliance exercise as part of a priority. They have other bigger fish to fry, and budget is really the area of concern for them. And so those companies that are really falling behind, they're falling behind because they're underestimating really what it takes to comply with the new standards. They have been procrastinating as much as possible and really delaying the start of that assessment phase to see whether they're impacted or not. Because that is a key phase in the whole adoption process, because if the company believes that there's really no impact, if after they dive into the assessment phase and they really see and evaluate what are those impacts they have, that's what's going to really cause them to have either significant expenses as it relates to the implementation or not so much, because they would be able to do it either in spreadsheets or with their existing accounting departments. But that is the key, was for them to start the assessment phase, which I see a lot of companies have been procrastinating until Q4 to start that. And for companies also believe that the standard is not really going to affect them much or impact them much, and they have really been forgetting about the unknown part that they don't know about their company and their contracts that really need to be looked at really closely. Also, I believe the company tends to focus on the recognition requirements, and I've seen that over and over again in the Fortune 500 and the smaller companies. They really think about, okay, well, how is the standard going to impact me from recognition perspective? And really deferring the disclosure requirements, and that is where you have all of those new 120 plus disclosure requirements and new standard that some companies that have at a point in time transfer of control on all of their performance obligations may not have that many disclosures to deal with. But then on the other hand, those that have over time components, have multiple performance obligations, have different types of variable consideration, are going to have to deal with a lot of disclosures and the roll forwards that they are not used to dealing with before. And quite honestly, many companies will need to develop new mechanisms and processes, and may need to obtain different solutions to really allow them to be able to capture that data and track all of those disaggregated data disclosure requirements now.